Folks, how you doing today? Scott Cohen here. Time to go over a couple of exercises from Chapter 9. Okay? All right, so we're going to take a look here at straight line depreciation. So when you read these questions, make sure first that you understand what they're talking about. In other words, here that they want to know straight line, right? Straight line depreciation. And look at the information they gave you. It says a machine costs $400,000, has a residual value of 40,000 and an estimated useful life of 4 years. Now, look what they want to know. By the way, this is called the call of the question. This is what they actually want to know. They want to know what is the book value at the end of year 3. So they could ask you a lot of questions. What is it at the end of year 1, year 2, how much depreciation per year? A lot of things they could ask, but they want to know the book value at the end of year 1. Okay? So the first thing you do, this is the formula. And here, if you just plug in $400,000, right, minus the $40,000. So of course, this gives you 360. Oops, sorry about that. 360. Multiply by 1/4, 1/4. So we're going to get $90,000 in depreciation. Okay. Now they want to know what's the book value at the end of year 3. So 3 years of depreciation times 90,000 a year, right? That's going to be 270,000. So look like this, 90,000 per year. Okay. And then here, oops, hang on, let me go back. Let me move my picture out of the way. So they want to know, this is what they wanted to know. This is the answer right here. This is the book value. This is how much is it worth at the end of 3 years. Okay. So they could have asked you for any of these numbers in between here, but that was the answer to this one right here, $130,000. Okay. All right, there you go. That's one of them. Now we're going to take a look. They give us the same information, but now we're going to do units of production. Okay. Now, in units of production, basically, it's not about how long you owned it, like in years. Here, it's about how much did you use it. Okay. And so then they're going to have to give you 3,000 hours in year 1, 8,000 hours in year 2, and 6,000 in year 3. And again, they want the book value at the end of year 3 based upon a different method, units of production. Okay? And notice they also gave you this estimated useful life of 20,000 machine hours because that's what we're going to wind up dividing by. So check it out. Do the same thing here. So we're going to wind up with our 360,000. And then notice the depreciation is the actual amount for the period. So for period 1, it will be 3,000. And it would be out of the 20,000. The 20,000 is the life of the machine here. Okay? 20,000. It's not one big zero there. Okay? 20,000. So basically 15% here. And then you have to calculate that for each year. Then you total them up, subtract it from the cost, and there you go. So there's the first year's 54,000. Move my picture up over here. 54,000. Then the next one, second year, again, same number here, 368,000 divided by 20 gives you 144. And then the third year, 6,000 divided by 20, 6,000 divided by 20, multiply that by 360, 108. So then you're going to have to tally all of these together. So 108, 144 is 252 plus 54. So we got 306 in depreciation. This is accumulated 306,000. There's no 9 there, excuse me, 306,000. Accumulated depreciation. So book value will be 400,000 minus the 306. So it would be $94,000. And there you go. Okay. So by the way, the best way, depending upon, some people would rather do it in a table like this. Some people could calculate it just like I showed you. Entirely up to you. Whatever makes you happy. As long as you get the right answer, right? All right, next one, we're going to do double declining balance. Now this one's a little different. And again, they want year 3, double declining balance. They want it at the end of year 3. Okay. And again, we have this $400,000 residual value, but we don't use that in a calculation here. So here we do not use residual value. Okay. So the first thing is double declining balance says cost minus accumulated depreciation times 2 over the useful life, right? So the first year depreciation, it says minus accumulated depreciation, not residual value. Not residual value. Okay. So the first year, instead of 1, so this is over 4 years. So instead of 1 over 4, we use 2 over 4. Why? Because it's double. By the way, this is called an accelerated depreciation method. This makes for a bigger deduction. Okay. At the end, it all winds up being the same. But for right now, it's just winds up being double. Come back on, you. My camera went a little blurry there. Don't know why. It does that once in a while. I don't know what happened here. Hang on one second.